WhatsApp so ne yenhwe ne yanche amobia
na Vodafone adwumakuo no yesi aton omanga na yen ye ton ya de oton no first can be too free na donkuma ne se we de ano odwem so behwe
na your community services eno no ene se obi eye boni bi na se heda enso se betwe na so no yemfa ne court empenifo achechirim se ye ne court pa yemfa ne nkoto afiase ye be na ye adwuma
ense bi ka we no ho na ye de bra mu se no sia kase bo akenkanfo eye me eja kwabena mene
akua ajewa akodie afi ensem no enie na enu obi na Volta River Authority impedifo eye no se eye dam no anasa Akosombo dam no ensuo na doson enu ti yebu anaye bi ahwea ma bi aba besena ko na ewie no na awudie adi ewo frawo epoye ne nkrafa ba bi no na ani enyan pa enam so ama ene mrahye bedwam edon dodo ba no dani onimanyamfo se chairman sabosu akasa de atudwa se panyiri kwanchefo won na Volta River Authority wadano no ye be frɛ no ama na ba me yi sembisa ba akumienu bia no in
the course of our absence from Parliament, during the recess period, some major events have happened, including in particular the spillage of the impounded water at Akosombo. Because this year, we've seen tremendous rainfall everywhere in this country, the north, the south, and the middle portions of the country. They caused some flooding, and of course, upcountry with the additional burden of living under the spillage of the dam at Bagri in Burkina Faso, it really contributed to the immense flooding in the north. However, because of the fear of breaching the dam, the VRA caused a spillage, controlled spillage of the dam. Even though it's controlled, because of the heavy rainfalls, even the communities down south to the dam were already flooded. So the spillage of the impounded water has added to the troubles of those of them living downstream. People have lost property, houses, vehicles, livestock, and even life. And crops have also been lost. So certainly it's going to contribute to the impoverishment of the people down south, that is below the Akosombo Dam. In particular, the communities, the immediate communities, Akrade, Atimpoku, and the rest. I believe, as the representatives of the people, we should show concern. We need to have some dialogue with the Speaker to know exactly what we'll be able to do as a House to assist them. On my own part, some of our own colleagues, because it's exacted considerable toll on them, they've had individually to also bear some burden in relieving the people, the communities that they represent of these hardships. So they've been calling on me to also come to their aid. It's not easy for any of us. Notwithstanding, I believe we may need to find some answers to some questions. And I guess the Speaker is not yet here, but when the Speaker comes, we'll have some discussions with him, and I believe it will be important for us to invite VRA to come and fully brief the House about what has happened, the repercussions, and how to avoid any future such events. Of course, you're looking at the integrity of the dam itself. Fancy the situation, this was not done. And the dam itself got breached. You know, the impounded water, its effect stretches to as far as Yeji and beyond. And if all the impounded water is flowing out within, say, 1 week, can you fathom the devastation that it will cause the nation? Maybe about a quarter of this country will be gone. But we hope to God that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's all. Nasebedwem na onunya for hard na idris wono ana Tamale South and nasebedwani. What they say about to jechire mu say na sia yete serve Vodafone dwumakuo no aban se waton na aban se waton ana $100 million yen konkwete a se onipa no beton ko physical meto u free ne se de Vodafone na chobi ana se de free no so onya dwuma no ntia eno ne nyafo na adrusu chese da bi we de ntwa ye kwakore sanse Vodafone no ayomanga ne japade aduti ye kase wo sre se wone empanyfo besin konwa no mato nsa de afre onunyafo oslowu so akufu ono no yaso afo hwe nkitawde hu nsam so se womra no mechechem se ye ya Vodafone dwumaku no wodi free wone a ye di free won no.
But Mr. Speaker, on my own accord, I want the leader of government business and the business committee to program the Honorable Minister for Communications to come and respond to this House whether it is true that Vodafone, a $1 billion asset of the Republic of Ghana, have been sold on credit for less than $100 million, and what the state of that transaction is as an economic transaction within the meaning of Article 185 of the 1992 Constitution, and probably also to update this House on the withering away of Ghana's telecom landscape and its trend. The telecom sector used to be a major revenue source for the government. We are hearing that Vodafone have been sold out on credit at $1 billion worth at less than $100 million. The minister must come and answer to this House the withering away of our telecom sector and their inability to pay revenue to government. The Honorable Aaron Adrisu, the Speaker is talking to some issues, and I think he's being very speculative on this. The Speaker, but matters relating to the communications sector should really be of interest to all of us. So if we have to find a way to invite the minister, we could. I thought there are two options. Either a question is filed, or maybe the House elects to inform the minister to appear before us. Normally, it offers us a greater platform to interrogate the issues. So whichever is a better option, we will submit to that. But, Mr. Speaker, I agree that the House needs to be apprised, because I recollect, Mr. Speaker, I recollect that in 1997, when Ghana Telecom first came to be sold, Mr. Speaker, at the time we were informed that given where Ghana was, the centrality of the location of Ghana at the center of the world, Mr. Speaker, as we keep alluding to, and the assets of Ghana Telecom at the time, which we were told was in the neighborhood of over $90 million at the time. It came to be sold out for $27 million. That was 1997. Mr. Speaker, and the person who was the minister at the time was yours truly, Comrade John Dramani Mahama. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
No, you are not.
Salia had just left. Salia had just left. I brought a person to this house, and he came to respond to it.
Honorable Majority Leader, you mentioned 1997.
Mr. Speaker.
1997, the Honorable John Dramani Mahama was appointed Deputy Minister.
Mr. Speaker, respectfully, 1997, I had just entered Parliament.
Yeah, you are just a Johnny just come. So,
the Speaker, a Johnny just come could ask questions anyway. With respect to the chair, the Speaker, the date I got wrong, not 1997, but 1999. Yes, yes, I got wrong.
Na Cybersecurity Authority CSA mpenifoɔ ɛde nkrataa babɔnten ɛbɔ na fo kokɔkyerɛ yemu sɛ sese enkrofo bi fa abɛfo tentenfidie nkanka ne WhatsApp ɛne text message so enya ye code na ekita ye no didi bɔne ɛno nti yenhwɛ ne yie omo kyerem se nipa beye aduosia na 64 na sesi amika sei omo a reporti efiti eye afi ahyase wo busu afi wesemu na sei na omo di omo dwuma omo kyerem se ebia na mu ye group wo group WhatsApp mu obenwu ana ya bra betum a kyere se ye pese ye upgrade ye pese ye peja ye group ni mu ediko animu na enipa na ye fa no edoso enu nti no ye di code we ababeto so anasa link we ababeto so ntihwe na click so se wunim na abo wo musuo bo wo mpim click so pe na chese wo code no anasa WhatsApp number no akwakodi omo ensem no ma hyase edidi mbonefo sem ebo nso a wo ma no bi afre wo se ya send wo mobile money ya send wo sika na ansa na betimi ayi ani ehu se ye wa no ye di code bi asend wo ntisa code no won so bo akire ne fa send ye na nso so wunim na wa send sa code no e de amani pa code man pe na chese oniema nyina kwakodi ne nsem a obetimi agina so e de ayo boni anase wodi bebu afoforo ewo niema internet no eso omutu asubiem akire mu ese se wobi afrew eka bibi sei akire wa empentem eni akire na emom no bomodene se won hwe ko click bibia link bia so ewo WhatsApp group no ebia na group awomu no obi adi message bia babetum wase link we click so na beboaboa hwe na wanye anasa wodi afre na bisa ansa na watu hu anamon empenifo de afutuo maye nyina da se ye obibi ya to ni dini say verification code eno no ayo password no etu password ne hwe na woni wobi anche fri say ye wo suma dia na say ye obo mu ade a ese wo nkwada na wonim ye wo aye step 2 verification step 2 verification no ni nada ene say ukọ ofon no na ufa ubie WhatsApp a na ukọ settings a na ukọ account a ye was step 2 verification o hono na wamiaso wa nebo pe na a prompt will say create account and na say create number bia eno wo number say digital 6 obebo number 6 na chese wo dia tum eno no eba sa no a na chese wa save wo obi antimi emonwura WhatsApp ni mu a abribia beko WhatsApp so na say brano no ye bebo nka ye se bosa number no ansa na wetimi ewuram afensu mu group mu anaso obi frɛ wo se ma send wo sika anase link fa we se bra hwɛ na wa ani akire empenifo de ama ye se ye nchema namfo ne abusuafo nyina na eno na cybersecurity anase crime fo empenifo e de ababetu dwa se ye wo cyber crime incident reporting ports eno no eye contact line obetimi afrɛ wo mo akasa ana betimi attest wo mo eno eye 292 na WhatsApp no eye 501 1603 111 501 603 11 anase email no eye report@csa.gov.gh na aboao enkrata ebaye eye Cybersecurity Authority pedifo enomo ensa hye ase yenya hweye sesedi enkrofo efa WhatsApp ene internet ne so ebu yefaso
Ebebeto dwa se owura edubu ahen ayecha se edubu ahen ka no yeso afa be de hwehwe sikasam so yese wakokogya damudie bi amahu sam be edija ne nyina ne se taga IPI4 ekoye hwehwemu bi yomhu se womo investors a wo fiama no ne abaga na ha omo pese o meye adwuma hodo bi na eno na owura acha se edubu ahen ye ka kire omo se sikadwetire amode ba no meji mu ohamu nchemu aduno 20% na 20% na meji no 10% ebe peak nkran wo de no be mame ansa na sa mo hye adwuma na ase a wo de 10% na ba be soso enti ese komodie mu ni videos how de call ye ne record how de kro yi nyina no na taga IPA4 e de ba bonten kire se owura Charles Edubu ahen yi waye obi a na opese woje adamudie se de o mai mra nso kasetia no enti yenhwe na yenhwe na so eno na Office of the Special Prosecutor so asem no mu aye kona bra sa ma special prosecutor kire se ensamo a efa owura Charles Edubu ahen ho no wo hwehwe mu na no ahode bia animti no enya do betumi atwena so NDC amayokuo no de nkrata babonten sameja mfi ono ana oye twetwerefo paniana se oye National Communication Officer dema NDC ena de aba na won saba mo kan se omho adwuro mu ye pa chesa abo mu pusa se de special prosecutor ka no se owura Charles Edubu ahen na asem no anya de obetumi aye ho bibia de to mo kasa ne se omayi wo mra omayi won hyehyɛ ya hodo a chese so obi tu na mo bia eye de owura Charles Edubu ahen tu ye no a na chese watia omayi mra eye Criminal Offences and Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 Act 29 no esi so dia pen say we ye aban adwuma yini na se kobasa bi obi ba be ye adwuma bi na wudi nanim na wuji bribi se na be betu aboa mo nipa no aye adwuma adwuma na ya eye kronobo aye demdegie se ye sikapo na age ye na se bi onipa mpo de bibi na che wu mpo na so age bibi uji bibi ono se ye car o se ye moto o se ye mobile phone o se ye sika o se den no amayi mra na ma ho kwansa na no bi pepepe na owura chasedu bu ahen ye enu nti won bisa se eba ne sen na office of the special prosecutor ejina so de aka se ensem amuda ho fan yi no wo be ka se nya de a body bia wo ho wom so mo adwuro mu ye pa na de wo mo eka nyina ne se nyakopo ya madom na se NDC eba aban mu a sase mo besa bo akire bio asa hwehwe mu akwa akire ye esa so munum se owura chasedu bu ahen wafum man mra esa mra no eni di nyunyono wo se embom se NDC nyama ye de na so mo hyebo so mba ma bibia tisa na sa bire die de mo kacha Ghana fo nyina ne se office of the special prosecutor sama wakan no Ghana fo mongu kura wo mongu na ebe ya wonsa mo akire bio ensa hwehwe mu anye sa ebe hyem amanfo nkuran ama katahye ne proye no ebe koso sa enti nsema NDC ama ekondi aba owura asami Jamfi oil national communication officer Sasha se efa office of the special prosecutor nsema efa owura chasedu bu ahen ho no eno no
Aseye hwe afisem so ene aseye hwe atentene ne so na afensu so no POS Foundation no aka aboma sesi ameka sei omo eye bedwum adwenkyere ntoato ede amaganafo afa community sentence anase community service ahodo ne ho ni nyinada ene se obi eye mfumsudie bi anase otombra na enhyeda emu enyedu ni ede ne kokoto a ye mfa no enkonkoto afiase ye mu anefo se ede ne koto afiase na emomu no ye ma no aye adwuma wo mpotemo ebia adodo anase gatemu no watete obeprapra na aboa manyema akosuye we ene mpenifo so mpese entiase no koyie di magana fonti ene no mutu anamon aye entwehwemu ewo ho ede amaye
nipa bi susu se nye boni bia ene so obi die de no kwakoto afiase ene boni nketo bi ho no ma ye kyewa ne de seka ahye won samba bi ho afuo no ne amo akodo gate mu aye ma ne amo atiesim na chese watim anyina no ebebo agana bebre na san susu ye ena ma fisema so ye ene Ministry of Justice and Attorney General aso hwe ma mema na mofra ye die ho nsem so ene ekwa won din ye ne perfect of sentiment POS Foundation ene mpinifo dodo na adi ahia wo susu se asotwe so ogituma ne beye mra ebebo bebre na nhyemu ode hyehyɛ so ase no mpinifo dodo na ofira tran na soya hodo ene de wonu nyama bepie mu ewo ase bi Dr. Comfort Asari opinion di njuma ewo aso hwe ma mema na mofra ye die so okasai
that the country's prisons built to accommodate 9,875 inmates have exceeded their capacity by 48%, leading to congestion and infringement of the fundamental human rights of inmates. As a member of the Prison Service Council, I am delighted that the Community Service Bill will be introduced to Ghana's legal system to address the overcrowding situations in our prisons.
As key players in the local government administration, the local government service is enthused about the passage of the bill as it would promote decentralization by making provision for regional and district community service committees. In line with this, we need a concerted effort to ensure that members of the local government service, especially assembly members, are sensitized on this bill to reduce infractions of the law.
The Community Service Bill, when implemented, will not only strengthen the legal regime of the country, but will have the potential to assist, support, and promote the integration and settlement of the offenders back into community life, as currently reflected by the international best practices, hence creating a more secure and safer society.
Kwanchere for that POS Foundation kuna no owura Jonathan Osewusu ene mpinifo dodo na ede wonu nyamba bepie mu ewo nhyemu yase bi no UTV kase bo ye ne dodo na ekasai
so wo hwe Ghana ye mbra ye de bu oman na obia di bone a prison ene ye de ne ko ana fine Enti the friend no non-custodial sentencing regime no enye so effective ewo yen country ha. Enti bibia na obi ankoda prison. But obi eye bone ketewa bi ebi owi mobile phone na ebo no ye just 100 Ghana cedi. Ode no kotum ebi a 1 year na 6 months or get contaminated with hardened criminals. Abrabo no koye den ye chreche no nyoma wo ho nti opie ba 6 months and 1 year no kodi ye no na waye hardened. No wasan be ye bone at this time maybe odi etuyo na agi obi nkwa ansa no akom. Enam ni nyina nti no amanhodo nyina eboa na UN no ene Mandela rules ne say. Yenhwe say obi obedi bone nketenkete misdemeanor ne de enso no yemfa ne nko prison ne mom onye aman adwuma.
So when the bill comes into force, it is going to help the government, one, reduce the amount of money we spend on the prisoners, reduce the overcrowding in general, reduce the communicable diseases, and then reduce recidivism, that is reoffending in the system.
Every chimama yebejina sa semisona ya kwajabo afon krato yeba kasebo no yebeto aso.
Ya mayeho ya ho akwa ba fe yeto akase bono eso nyakopon eya adom na busumfo ipuma kwan mu obubuo anasa November de to so edu enum meche November 15th ena omaisa na hinoru akendofori ata bekom rahye bedwam di emfiem pimienu ene aduonu enan meche 2024 sikia ne bebo man ho bra no atodwa na wese no eye achiamehini owo rahye bedwam na ditudwa wo kire mu se yatwe ekọ akire nam niema ba komienu bi a aba bebo muntira.
A few days from now, we'll be hosting the Minister of Finance to present the budget statement for the 2024 financial year. We are proposing that it be done on the 15th of November. Please kindly take note of the date. It's not the normal date. 15th of November. As our oversight responsibility requires, we will have to scrutinize the budget to ensure that it serves the needs of all Ghanaians. We also have to look at the Social Protection Bill, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Amendment Bill, and some very important instruments, particularly the Representation of the People Parliamentary Constituencies Amendment Instrument 2023, the District Electoral Areas and Designation of Units Amendments Regulations 2023, Ghana Enterprises Agency Clarification of Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Regulations 2023. We also have the tree crop regulations, and I'm told there's an important regulation on the health sector. The Charter Institute of Human Resources Management, Ghana regulation, and then the long-awaited for companies regulations 2023. These are all to come before the House. The committees involved, particularly the Subsidiary Legislation Committee, you have a lot to do. I'm told you've already had pre-laying meetings on some of these instruments. We are waiting your report.
Wasa akwamabo sika budget usem ya ana dokuom na shebedwa muso akasa nununyamfo kesel ato forcing ena kasa ya wose sa budget donkuma no ebe fi wo mani ahwemu yi papa esan samafo huna mane Ghana fo ho kire wo mo nso de budget bi ba na se besan de adosoa ato Ghana fo so a anya de donkuma no ebe gi atum na ombo hwehwem no so mu se sene mahodo no wo mu ebe ma Ghana fo san kire wo bi e de aka ho de a ena budget no wo donkuma ombo boegu.
Mr. Speaker, let me be blunt here. The upcoming budget statement will encounter resistance if it does not prioritize the need of the people and businesses. This indeed is our bottom line. Right, Honorable Speaker? So if this government knows that its upcoming budget statement will not prioritize the business of the people, particularly the businesses, let them get ready for a showdown. Mr. Speaker, let them get ready for a showdown. Right, Honorable Speaker? The Minority Caucus, we have not forgotten the cry of the people of Ghana. We have held the government accountable and exposed its sins and want to assure the people of Ghana that we'll continue to do so. We are tired of seeing many young professionals leaving our shores in droves because they find no opportunities in our dear country as a result of harsh economic conditions, poor governance, and indeed corruption. Mr. Speaker, the position taken by the Minority Caucus is not intended to frustrate the government. Far from that. We have taken the decision and the position to be on the side of the people of Ghana, as we have done in the life of this Parliament. Right, Honorable Speaker, let me seize this opportunity to conclude by touching on a certain subject matter that gives us, we in the Minority Caucus, sleepless night. In the last few weeks, Mr. Speaker, we have witnessed arguably the biggest man-made disaster to ever befall our nation. I am referring to the devastation caused by the spillage of the Akosombo Dam. by the Volta River Authority. Mr. Speaker, as Minority Caucus, our hearts bleed for all the victims of this man-made disaster, which has rendered several thousands of people homeless and swept away farms, destroyed livelihood of many people in parts of Oti region, Volta region, Eastern region, Greater Accra region, Bono East, Savannah, and Northern regions. Mr. Speaker, the affected communities and regions have yet to recover from the aftermath of this disaster. The conduct of both the government and the Volta River Authority in terms of leading a coordinated emergency response and disaster relief effort leaves much to be desired.
As for the budget statement, I believe we will all witness what we need to witness. And I believe since this government assumed the reins of governance, nothing but the truth has ever been told to this country. And indeed, the truth will be told to this country. And I believe that people will see what steps that government has been taking to really reposition this country.
Na yeko eye court dem na ene criminal division e wo Accra High Court eko asetena na ko asetena na asama eda apaso no eye August da na etoso August bosome no e wo mfiempiemienu ani edu enkrumu 2019 ena kaso abudumbura mu a eno no ewo enkrahase no enkrofo bi kodi ewuo nam so ma posifo mienu efa mu hweromo enkwa na ene yeko asetena no abrantia ne din eye Eric Kwadwodua adodo na abone sambrane se sakora no court si emfa ne koto efiase emfinhie du 10 years na ofiri mu fipe na wode ehia nyansa na ansa na court na no semetu dwa na lawyer ne wo gine mu ade ama eye Eric Kwadwodua no eye lawyer Augustine Obo wade to court anim achiechire mu se enipa wo gine mu ade ama no no a eye owuradua no a woka na asem sisia no ne mfum so de no waje atum na emom no awudie no wanhyada ant na sese wodi ewu na emom no eye mfum so de ene baaye ene ma awudie no ebaaye entu waje ne mfum so de ade atomu na nye wono nko a na okodi ewu no na abrante oka ne ho no eye Michael Osafo anin ono ne de court eye ne se woboaye ema bone ekoso na ebra piye mpanyini ebua ne nsem ena ochiechire mu ese posifo mienu omu ye no eye police officer eye sergeant Michael Damasi ena Lance Corporal Muhammad Awa ena yebo omu tuo mu ewuye na sesia no ebra de mrante nbegina adaka mu no wohwe wo musu ni wo ba no mo ne ye no a ase abrante Eric Dua no won hye danu ne ho enu hu bie ni ne hye ye ni mu enu ti wo ma ne mfinhye du ne so nkonkoda afiase na eye Michael Osafo eni ne de nyame ya domu a eye November de to so edu ensia ne ye de ne court dem no no so no ye di na asem atoa so afiri honom
ye twa ensem no so na ye ko o my Ghana ye ne European Union amaya hodo eboabo ye ho se na be ya ye betumi anya busuabo a ana ohyepa na Germany na edikan amamienu e kyese busuabo e dan tem no ye be miem se na be betumi aboa ama amanfo wo sa ama hodo mu no enya abusuabo no so emfaso.
Innovation is also the building block of the future of our countries, and it is also the cornerstone of our relations. Ghana, with its excellent universities, is our key partner in Africa for science and research. And German West African Center for Public Health and the Pandemic Research of African Institute of Mathematical Sciences, it is here that the future is made, and we are making it together. I'm also happy that I'm accompanied by a high-level business delegation. We already had a very intense talks, and I once again greet all the participants. It was important for us to discuss on various topics that are so important for the further development of your country. Is it the electricity grid? Is it power? Is it the question of how we can use many new techniques for developing the infrastructure? There are a lot of things to be done, and it is so important that both countries are very much working on developing market economy and private investment and working on the right environment for doing so. And I think this is really very good that this is happening here, and I'm happy that we will have the chance during the lunch to continue the talks that have already been taken.
We're encouraged by the fact that more German companies than ever are looking to invest in Ghana, symbolized by the opening of the VW assembly plant in the country, and will continue to create and maintain the conducive investment atmosphere that will not only guarantee the safety of their investments, but good returns on investments as well. As you know, Chancellor, we in Ghana are determined to see the rebound of our economy, which has been ravaged like all nations by the effects of COVID-19 and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And that is why our focus is to continue to build a value-added industrialized economy with a modernized agriculture, which will enable us to reach our destination of a Ghana beyond aid. I'm happy that our relations with Germany are now being focused on an increase in trade and investment cooperation. That the Republic of Ghana will continue to collaborate with the Federal Republic of Germany at the bilateral and multilateral levels in finding solutions to challenges such as widespread poverty, irregular migration, insecurity and human rights violations, terrorism and violent extremism, human and drug trafficking, piracy, as well as climate change and its attendant impact on the environment and livelihoods.
Yejira we say so ahumia bayeba kase bo no wadaro me beto aso ama wo enko bebia ye basisi ye pacho.
We are the Shimami Adama Sisabunia Brethren Miakoton Graphic Asebono, yet to yet to na ye kojumedie nanushem bia ekoso ewo enkraheye saa nanushem yi no penifo a eda African Investment Promotion Agencies ano na abebhia na ekukwa do bi ifima pani aso ye omka ho bi European Union for ka ho GIZ for ka ho na afi African Continental Free Trade Area for so eka ho Ghana Investment Promotion Center for so ka ho se kwe nyina de nanu asi ho a omoto atwa adwene se na be betumi aboa ma dwedie hihye nso akonanim.
This meeting brought together the investment promotion agencies from 31 countries, 31 African countries, to discuss the key fundamental pillars that support investment, generation, and growth in the continent. And this generation is a vision that all African countries have, a vision to ensure that they have grown investments to have that holistic development in their various countries. So what this meeting therefore did was to look at aspects of the protocol on investment. We delved into the core issues of the protocol, which is facilitation, promotion, retention, expansion, and protection of investment. Protection, facilitation, attraction of sustainable investments in the continent. So what we did was we went through a capacity building for investment promotion agencies who are also the core constituents that deal with supporting investment generation in their countries.
Yeni two former yeni mpenyumfo didi nkomo across Africa no. Yehu say IPAs, African Investment Promotion Agencies, GIPC, edimo akotene. Ye nyina yeni ekuo bia ewo continent wide level. Say Africa nyina IPAs ahodo a ewo ha ye over 20. Ye nyina yentimi enka ye ho momo. Ye nyina yentimi enhia. Na no me chief executive Yera Yofi Grant and Eto and Safre Safo no. Ama di ho nkomo fefefe enti we ye for instance second edition ye dey twice an nkomo no so na enye se ye di nkomo keke ye di nkomo no na ye put structures na ye de nema egu akwan mu se de be ya sa dwumadie ye bitima hyemo kena na ba be ekuo kese ebeka Africa Continental Free Trade Area ho na se eba investment any trade dwedi ho nsem ene sebe ankrankra de sika kwa hye bibi mu a ye nyina no ya dwen be ko benkrom na ya speaking with one voice as an association na ampa akoya Africa idie ye nyina ye kakasa hodo ye kambrofo ebi so ka French ebi so ka Portuguese ebi ka Spanish entina abefo fidi abai ye de bi ana eboa so there be a translation no ebe koso tote koye Africa ya over 54 countries here obia ne na hoden Ghana ye no ye gidi se eba Africa edwadiem ene economy nsensemo a yedi mu akotene nanso ye nyina enim na no yare a ebebo yen they say we are in an IMF economy as I say ye tutu ye neme yie saa so na ye nyua no mu a mo free Africa afana nyina ba ya no so no mo so ewo mo issues here and there enti se nyina no ye wo issues na efe said the penfo ka no hadwen any ba ko fotirim na ye di ye ho nkomo na ye pest solutions ye di sika ebeba Africa na sika atena kronim na ye adwuma na emabunu anya bibia ye na ye so ye tumpon enti na ye hia
na abelabo abusia panyin nana afriwo toso mienu na ne wo kasa sre abanu se oba ni pesua no so a sadia galamse nkrofo bi ati agusuo no no omofom ne sebrato no ya de bi ha adwen sensase ni mfonti no omuhia bambo mu odi international security minister mo bambo no muntimi enku entia galamse
se omanya yetimi the presidency crowd beto so akontia galamse entina ye na ahemfo no yenso yaje atum se beboa masa adwuma we akoso nanso me yete ya ne se eyo common mining no eda dwura mu a nokre yensase na o sei na wabomodin ansisi a ensaso ne wa sha se otutwa tuntonma galamsefo amasisi a yensase no ukọ yensuo mu ne ade ade a sade yemu nyina sei wa yesa wo nkronkro ahodo so te se asuwa te se ambanze a ogusu a omuye adwuma na nokwani ni abalabo asase no de ya adwen se ye ma no ma ho ifi se asase ne asase e nananom peto wache omoja e na mo hwehwe enya asase no to ho nti ye mpene e ma omfasa galamsey no e mesei sa asase no e ma ye ohene ba ko a oye mampon ehene enkrofo a omo ekita license a ekoye mining legitimate one mpo otumi esisu omo se omo nye adwuma o na asase so enumpo otumi amomo jai adwuma no na ba ne sei na okobe mining a ono bepem sabre onika
ayo ye begina sa galamsey nsami so na ye de kasebo no asi na ensam de okaso be di akire a
adaje beboye
na ye de nema bi di agro ya hwe ye ne beba ya so no na akachi pa awo ye nsase ene ye nsu nsamsam eje wa ye sore na budget no say by not 15th November
and no may sana hini betudwa e wo mrahye bitwem
okay ti yesi be di akire na e wo ye di abremo we dey dance ni
yo say wa closet and share matter dey say wa number no ye 0243 508635 0243 508635 so wa be so atade ma ho aye fe Rolex locks ayemiti ama 0244 423201 Bidin di akua eje wa akodi emene
eja kwabena da munyina ase ama mu ne hwe
Welcome to NLA 590 Mobile. Today, we will discuss how you can win cash by playing 590 on your phone or online. Visit 590mobile.com.gh or dial *959# on any handset or network and choose option 6 on the menu for Perm 2. Perming allows you to increase your chances of a winning combination. Perm 2 gives you 240 times your stake amount when 2 or more numbers from your selection appear in any order. You need to select from 3 or up to a maximum of 10 numbers, or between 1 to 90, to play Perm 2. Thank you for your attention. And remember, you can stake your favorite NLA 590 lottery on your phone or online right now. All wins are paid same day, in full, and direct to your Momo.
Please dial 059-692-1590.
For any assistance, 590 Mobile. Ed Downsem.